We all know this situation. We're about to give a presentation in front of the whole class, but even before it starts, you're incredibly nervous. Your hands and legs are shaking. You start to sweat, and when you finally start, you're too nervous to give your best performance. This situation can happen anywhere, in sport, at work, even during a conversation, but not anymore, because I'm going to tell you how to overcome your nervousness today, no matter where or when you're nervous. A quick info before we get started. I've written a complete guide on how to never get nervous again, and in this video, we're only going to look at the first of 10 points that are in the guide. So if you're even more interested in beating your nervousness after watching this video, then check out the first link in the video description. You will then be taken to my website where you can get the guide or other guides on self-improvement topics. But now let's start with the video. The concept we're going to look at today is that of nervousness and excitement. You've probably never noticed it before, but although the two things are so similar, they have very different influences on your brain. To help you understand, what happens to your body when you're nervous? You start to shake, you might sweat, your heart starts beating faster, you can't sit still, and much more. But what happens to your body when you're excited? Exactly the same. The only crucial difference is the impact on the brain, and that's the first point you need to understand. That nervousness only exists in your brain, and you can reject or even reframe it. This is something that top-level athletes have achieved. They can't get nervous anymore because it just doesn't exist for them.
There's nothing.
Thank you, son.
Of course, it is difficult to reach such a level, but it is possible. You just have to keep reminding yourself that it is your head that tells you that you are nervous, and so you become nervous. However, you are the master of your thoughts. You choose what you think, and that's what you have to do. Every time you feel yourself getting nervous, you have to tell yourself, no, I am not nervous. I can't even be nervous. If anything, I'm excited. To prove to you that what I am telling you here is true and works, take a look at this.
I realized this when I was watching the London Olympics, so a couple Olympics ago. And I was annoyed by how all the journalists asked all the athletes the same stupid question. Literally, everyone. Were you nervous? Or are you nervous? Whether it was before or after the event. Every single time. And every single time, all the athletes gave the exact same answer. No, I was excited. No, I'm excited. Every single time.
You may be sitting there now and thinking,
but what if I'm nervous about something I don't like or don't want to do? How can I then tell myself that I am excited?
and yes, of course that can happen, or rather that will usually be the case. And there are exactly two solutions to this. The first is to see everything as an opportunity. There really is a chance in everything, no matter how small it may be. For example, you have to give a presentation in front of the whole class. You are nervous, you think to yourself that you don't like your audience, the teacher might be stupid, and much more. But why don't you look at it another way? For example, you practice your ability to speak in front of people, which is a very important skill. Or you practice keeping eye contact with the class or the teacher. There is always a chance, you just have to find it. The second solution is to always see only the positive. Let's take our example with the presentation again. Maybe there is a certain part in your presentation that you are particularly proud of and that you want to present, or that it is a chance to save a perhaps shaky note. And if you really can't find anything at all, then the positive can simply be that when you're finished, you've done it. As before, there is always something positive. That's the end of the video. Before you go, as I said, this is just the first point of my guide, How to Never Be Nervous Again. If you are interested in this or other topics to improve yourself, feel free to get a guide. See you next time.